Good evening, people, and welcome to Class with Coco. I go by the name of Classy Coco, and you already know how it goes. Today, we're going to talk about frequency, because that's what we're truly running on. All of us are on a frequency unique to ourselves and based on our mindsets and how we think. And so everything in this universe is energy, which I have to reiterate with every chance that I get. And so human beings, we interact with each other and our environments in ways that are unspoken and unseen. Many of us are unaware of this factor during our day-to-day lives, but there are some people, such as myself, and I'm sure many other people, that experience and recognize when they are around frequencies that do not align with theirs, or frequencies that make them feel uncomfortable, or frequencies that they can get along with. And so people have to understand that even if you are unaware or unconscious of this phenomena that happens and is unseen, this doesn't make you immune to the fact that energy plays a major role in how you feel, in how you think, and in how you interact with other people. Another person's frequency can bring about physiological symptoms within individuals. So someone who might be aware of the frequency that another person is emitting will be familiar with the symptoms that they often feel when in communication with an incongruent person. So they may experience a loss of their trail of thought while actively engaging in conversation. They may feel uncomfortable in terms of just feeling uneasy, or sometimes finding it difficult to breathe around negative people or people who are emitting the opposite in terms of energy than what you operate on or emit. And so for the people out there who are sensitive to energy, it can be very hard to create relationships, whether that's friendships or intimate relationships with other people, because we are able, or should I say you are able, to feel the depths of the person in which you're engaging with, and oftentimes are able to sense incongruencies within them and energies that make you feel uncomfortable because they are not being authentic in who they are. When people are inauthentic in who they are, it can make a person who is able to feel energy feel uneasy, because their energy is able to detect the incongruencies behind what the person says, what they do, and the energy that they're picking up on. So oftentimes, the energy that someone you might pick up on from someone is not matching what they're saying, or is not matching their behavior, which can make someone such as an empath feel confused, because the person's actions and behaviors are not aligning with the energy that they're picking up on. This can be very heartbreaking sometimes, because it can often lead an empath to not trust in themselves and the energy that they are feeling, because energy doesn't lie, people do. And so an empath is often torn, or a sensitive person that picks up on energy is often torn between what a person says and does and what they're actually feeling from that person, which can often lead many people into relationships that they are unable to grow in, because the person that they're with is not connected to their true feelings and their wants and their needs, and is rather living from their ego and programs that they are used to. And so I basically made this video because I've been seeing a lot of videos pop up that are describing phenomena that I often sit down and think about and or experience. Energy is a language in itself. You may not be able to see it, you may not be able to hear it, but it is something that as a human being you are able to pick up on, and you are able to decipher that energy, to get meaning from that without words. Your body, your mind processes that energy and provides a explanation as to what the person might be thinking or feeling. As a human being, we are already able to tune into certain frequencies that we are all used to, such as sadness, such as confusion, such as anxiety, all the normal emotions that a human being will go through. We are used to feeling those feelings. So if, for example, someone else is feeling that way, they are on that frequency. If you're someone who picks up on energy, like able to consciously recognize that you're picking up on something around you that is not physical, let's just say a person felt sad, you would pick up on that energy and your body would automatically know and recognize that energy as sadness, because you yourself has experienced it. And so your brain, your mind has already been on that frequency. So as soon as that frequency comes to your mind, your brain is able to put that frequency in the place it needs to be. And this lets us know that, hold on, this energy that I'm feeling is sad, because automatically our mind does that calculation for us. It's like having something that already exists within you. And so if you see it or feel it outside yourself, you can attach it to that what you already have experienced, because it matches that feeling, it matches that frequency. There are times though when you're not able to isolate and pinpoint where the energy is coming from and what it could actually mean, because there's sometimes that energy can be coming from a remote place, for i.e. somebody could be talking about you in a positive way or in a negative way, and that energy in itself, you being the reason behind that energy, because that person is thinking about you or talking about you, you are able to pick up on this. And so sometimes it just feels like you're picking up on energies, and you ask yourself, why do I feel like this? Like you could have been having a great day and all of a sudden you feel so sad, like you feel so down, or all of a sudden you just start feeling frustrated, or you start thinking about a certain person and they just are just on your brain, you know. And so not all the time a person is able to pinpoint where that energy or where energy that affects them is coming from, which can make life difficult if you are extra sensitive, or what I identify as an empath, a person who picks up on energy. My energy feels constantly being disrupted because anyone that's around me, they have their own energy field, and if that energy field is negative in terms of what they think about me, or in terms of how they are as a person, i.e. a good or bad person, that their energy will affect mine. And sometimes it can be in a negative way, where I can't concentrate, or I just feel very uncomfortable. I can't give the person eye contact. Everything that they do just makes me feel uneasy. So yeah, people need to be mindful of that. You need to always remember that when you are dealing with another human being, you are interacting on more than one level, i.e. what you say. You're interacting on what you do. You're interacting. There's so many interactions that happen when a human being is dealing with another human being, but ultimately we are energy, and so therefore everything that a human being thinks and feels regulates their thoughts. And so what they think then and feel then becomes the frequency that they emit. And we all, as human beings, we fluctuate between frequencies. The goal is to have balance and to not be stuck on one mode of frequency, i.e. not be constantly sad, or not just be constantly partying. Everything in this universe is balanced, from what we eat to what we do in life in terms of the experiences that we have. Yeah, so that's it for this video. I'll catch you all another time. I hope you all had a great weekend and are looking forward to a positive week ahead. I'll catch you all soon. Bye.